You want to live like a decade longer? And no, it's not by drinking espresso. At least we haven't proven that yet. But there is a theory. Here's how. Let's go. I was watching my favorite YouTube channel, Dr. Ben Hardy. And I was listening to this video while I was working. And he said something. He said, you know, optimistic people, it's been proven through studies. He said it very casually. Regardless of ethnicity and race, live around 11 years longer, and then just carried on with the conversation. And I'm like, wait, what? And optimistic people, through scientific studies, have been proven to live 11 years longer. I've never gone to the doctors and they say, you know what, you need to be more optimistic. Maybe I am optimistic. But anyway, guys, we're going to dive into this. Welcome to the Extra Shot, where each week over the time it takes to sip an espresso, I share with you every other week. All right, I'm not putting that on you every week, but every other week I share with you a new insight to help live a more inspiring and more fulfilling life. So, you know, most of the time it's espresso like this one. This is Good Folks Coffee. I just reviewed it. It was a 91 plus, the highest rated one ever. So if you love espresso, love coffee, make sure you check out the other videos here on my YouTube channel. Like I said, this is the highest rated one we've done yet. And I share with you new coffee shops. But I take a break from that 2 times a month to share with you a life insight or something I found interesting that maybe you might find beneficial as well. So again, if you like these videos, please leave your thoughts in the comments. I appreciate it a lot. So I heard this stat about being optimistic. I wanted to share with you 3 insights, or at least 3 tips I have about being more optimistic. And I also Googled it and found that there are a bunch of studies that say optimistic people, regardless of, you know, all their backgrounds, they're proving to live 10 to 15% longer, which, you know, I'm not a doctor. This is not health advice. But I did find that extremely interesting, right? I don't know if there's any other behavior you can do that has that type of benefit, at least what they're proving. Again, you can look at those studies yourself. But anyway, I think it's just great to be more optimistic. And here are 3 tips. And I think the first one, the biggest one of all, is about framing and having perspective. You know, you got to understand what you have, not what you don't have, right? And you can look at things one way or look at things another way and be like, you know, this is horrible, or man, this is awesome. Like Amber was complaining, we don't have enough money to redo our kitchen. And yes, I could look at that and say, man, what a failure in life I am. Can't even redo our kitchen at this point in our life, right? And then reversely, I can say, has anyone ever starved? No. We have a kitchen full of food. We have granite countertops right now, and a $5,000 oven. In perspective, that's better than most people in the world, unfortunately have right now. So, you know, again, it's really how you look at different things, right? And that's with every little aspect of your job and your life. You can take the bad, you can look at it from a bad angle, or you can look at it from an angle where it's, an opportunity, right? A lot of the great people look at things that would typically be failures, right? And they say, this is an opportunity for me to change and be better. So framing and perspective, I think anyone who studies this will say that really is the mindset you need. You need to reframe things or look at things from a different angle, because there's always different ways to look at things. So that's a big one. Number 2, which is very beneficial to me, because, I work from home, and I've worked in an office all my life, even though I've worked in some busy offices. There's one benefit to me of being a barista here part-time at the coffee house here at East is I get to be with people. And I think being with people and not watching the news, which I never watch, by the way, that will definitely make you non-optimistic, right? Or, reading I don't even do Facebook, so, other than for the coffee shop. So don't watch the news, don't do social media, but just be with people, right? We say this all the time. We have these young people come in, they beg for us. We have Maddie who works for us, and we have all these high school students we talk about their going to college and everything. And then people are like, man, there's hope for the future when you see how awesome these kids are. But I just think it is just being with people, right? Being with people, not in a negative setting, not watching the news, right? Is actually quite optimistic, because there's a lot of great things people do. I mean, I see this all the time. There's always nonprofits in here and all these positive things happening around the coffee house. So I think being with people would be a great tip for being more optimistic. The right people. Finally, less is more, I think, when it comes to being optimistic. You have to take stuff off your plate. You can't think clear. You can't enjoy the moment when you have so many things to do, right? Running from this, running to that. That's a challenge for me, right? I have a job, I have the coffee shop, we have kids, we have pets, we have things we want to do, and everything else, right? Family. So, yeah, so it's like a lot of stuff going on in life, but the things you can take back, things you don't need in your life, I always feel less is more, and that helps you be more optimistic because you can enjoy what you have a little bit better and not always chasing something else. So those are my 3 tips to be more optimistic: framing, be with people, and less is more. I'm sure there's lots of other good ideas. You feel free to put them in the comments. Again, if you like this program, me doing this twice a month, bi-weekly, feel free to put those thoughts in the comments as well. Anyway, guys, thanks for sharing. Again, we'll be back doing some more espresso content tomorrow. So we'll talk to you soon. Live inspired. See you again on another Extra Shot.